y'all are doing fantastic. Yeah, I am on assignment. I was going to say Jamie sent me on assignment. No, he's not with me today. And no, he technically didn't send me on assignment, but we're down in beautiful Edisto, South Carolina. And thank you all for tuning in to Mojo Whiskey Bar. Appreciate you doing so, taking some time to watch this video. While you're at it, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate you doing so. It really helps us out a lot. And, check out Mojo Whiskey Bar on Facebook. Jamie has also started a Mojo Whiskey Bar page on Instagram. So all kinds of content coming from you to you from YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram land. Check it out. So Edisto is one of my special places, and if you've ever been here, I think you can understand why. But it's a small little island community in South Carolina, about an hour or so south of Charleston. And there's not a ton going on. It's on the island. It's part of the reasons we like it. But they do have two pretty decent little liquor stores. One is called the Green Boat Liquor Store, and they always have something in this liquor store that I just can't get in Indiana. How allocation works and distribution works. They always have things that I'm just not going to get in Indiana. So the other day, popped in there to see what they might have, and they had this bottle. This is, and it's a little frosty. I've been keeping it in the freezer, but this is Charles Goodnight, and this is a Texas straight bourbon whiskey, 115 proof, oak aged for 6 years. So, question for y'all: how many of you have had Texas whiskeys? Which ones have you tried? Which ones did you like? And so on. Leave comments. Would love to hear your feedback. Personally, I haven't had a ton of Texas whiskeys. I've tried a couple of the Garrison brothers. I'm sure over the years, in the moment, nothing. I don't have distinct memories of the Garrison brothers that I've tried. I'm sure I tried it at a bar or something once. And then the other Texas whiskeys that I've had come from Still Austin. I actually have 2 bottles at home. I can't remember which varieties. I think one's the rye and one's the cask strength. But those I found to be really, really good. Texas whiskeys, I don't want to say they're controversial, because I don't think that's true. But I have heard, and other folks that do reviews of bourbons and whiskeys and whatnot, they always have some commentary about Texas whiskey. And some of the commentary that I have heard others share is that oftentimes on the nose, there's a little bit of funkiness. And a lot of times on the taste, it can be strong, oaky, just different. And I hadn't had that experience until I got this bottle from Charles Goodnight. So let's just say when I first cracked this open and poured it, let it sit in the glass for a little bit, there was something on the nose, something a little funky, and I couldn't quite place what it was. It wasn't entirely unpleasant, but at the same time, it wasn't. It didn't jump out and say, "Wow, this is going to be really fantastic bourbon." So I went in on the first taste, and it had a note in it that was familiar to me, but I could not place what it was. And I was trying to formulate an opinion. Do I like this? Do I not like this? And I would say after that first pour, I was sort of the mind, I'm not really a huge fan of this. And then Amanda, my wife, she took a sip of it, and the first thing she said is, "Oh, that tastes like black licorice," and she was right. It most definitely had a black licorice note to it. Now, I think Jamie and I have shared this before on the channel, and certainly he and I have talked about this amongst ourselves. Sometimes that first pour is not always. Sometimes it's best to maybe give it a pour or two, maybe try to sit with a bottle, sip on it over the course of a few drinks through an evening to find out your real impression about the bottle. Because sometimes most times that first taste is spot on. You know, yes or no, whether I or not you like it. On this particular one, that first taste was a little bit misleading to me. I wasn't really a huge fan. Um, so I stuck it in the freezer, and it got pretty cold. And then on the second pour, now that I'm armed with this information of black licorice, okay, I'm not a black licorice fan, but I got to drinking it and really, just kind of enjoying it a little bit more. And other flavor notes came out for me. So yeah, the black licorice is there. Yes, it does have a decently strong oak flavor, pretty strong oak flavor. I wouldn't say it's overpowering because you get other flavor notes, but I started to pick up other notes. Like started to get some tobacco notes. I started to get the anise or the licorice notes. I started to get like a root beer note on it as well. I would even say if you've ever had like a sarsaparilla, like the old time root beer, I found that it tasted a lot like a sarsaparilla. And so there was a lot more complexity, I think, to this bottle than I first realized. That first impression, again, was had I stuck with that first impression, I might not have dove deeper into the bottle to enjoy it. But there is a lot of complexity here. It's something I'm not going to drink this every day. First of all, it's 115 proof. But I could see myself getting this bottle again. I am glad I stuck with it. And I did find that I actually kind of enjoyed it. So anyway, have you ever had Charles Goodnight? Have you had other Texas whiskeys? Let us know in the comments. Which one should we be trying? And again, thank you all for tuning in. Last reminder, I hope you like, share, and subscribe this content, and I'll come at you again real soon. And we'll be back with Jamie before long as well. Take care.